It's my fight prediction for Terrell Gausha versus Carlos Adames. Carlos Adames is going to be in the southpaw position in this fight. He's definitely somebody who uses the jab a lot more than what Gausha does, even though it's somewhat of a touch jab at times. Uh, it's a lot more effective as far as overall everything. I feel like Carlos Adames, his timing is somewhat predictable at sometimes, but he likes to mix it up. His punch selection is what keeps him a mystery, because he will throw a 1-2 a lot of times, but it's not the same placement every time as far as his punches. And he will throw a quick right hook. That is a punch that it's really a check right hook, but at the same time he throws a quick right hook a lot of times, and the jab works well. He likes to keep that left hand cocked back, but he doesn't throw the left hand unless he really needs it. He doesn't rely on his power a lot of times. He will try to box you overall. He's been in the ring with a lot of good boxers that have faced him. And with his style and his jab, he can be effective, changing his head movements, and he throws a lot of good hooks and uppercuts. I feel like a lot of his uppercuts come from a standing position, and he can throw his hooks from the outside, leaping in without really throwing a lot of risk. But his power punches and body punches is what leads to a lot of damage, especially to a guy that like Gausha. He's gonna have to be able to move, not stand in the same place. If he does, it's gonna be a lot of trouble for him. Carlos Adames is not gonna be able to wait and try to see what he has going on. He is a guy who does he wants to be first as far as at punches, but he will counter. If he's in a position where he can counter, he'll do that as well. It's all about in this fight who's going to be first. I can see Gausha definitely being somebody who can be more aggressive. If Adames is overall his later in the fight, he gets a little lackadaisical and his stamina can be tested. I feel like overall Gausha is a lot more of a clean cut fighter as far as he he has flaws, all the flaws that he can basically cut out as far as the stamina and everything else. He's going to be all right in the ring. It's not going to hurt him. He's going to be able to survive in that situation. But as far as with the punches and exchanging, I feel like Gausha will have a little bit of trouble if he's gonna try to go punch for punch with Adames. He has to be able to be better with his timing, his speed, his accuracy, and everything in between. If he's not, he's gonna have a struggle. Anything what I see from Adames is his inside fighting and his basically his countering. But with Gausha, I more so see his strategy and just his overall ring generalship. I feel like that plays a huge part, because if you can cut angles off in the ring with Carlos Adames and do other things, you can make him basically use all his energy and everything within. He likes to start off fast, so you can use that as an advantage against Carlos Adames. I feel like Terrell Gausha will be motivated in this fight. It's going to be one of the biggest fights he's been in since recent time. I know he fought Tim Tszyu and other guys recently, Lara. But as far as right now, this is a huge fight. It's going to be a title fight. I definitely feel like he's going to be locked in. And it's going to be a huge opportunity. If Adames can go to the body and still stick to those uppercuts and those hooks, and then add in the jab, overall he's going to be having a lot of success. But if he doesn't stick to the game plan and just fights a disciplined fight and throws his hooks well and stay balanced and keep his head off the line, he's going to have some trouble. But I definitely feel like this is going to be a full 12-round fight. And I got Carlos Adames in this fight. I feel like he'll be able to squeeze out this fight with a victory. But Terrell Gausha is definitely going to test this guy. It's going to be one of the toughest fights that Adames had. I wouldn't be surprised if it's an upset, just because Gausha is going to give it all he has. He feel like he's stronger this weight class. He's fought good competition. He's not an easy guy to go back and forth with and deal with in the ring. And a lot of people are gonna realize that after this fight. But Gausha, he's a very difficult opponent. If you go back and look at his past fights, he's not easy to get out of there. It's not easy to beat. So Adame's gonna have his hands full. But I feel like him going to the body, his grit, his inside fighting, his defense, he's gonna be able to withstand some damage. But that's all I got for this fight. Like and subscribe.